Hello everybody, I'm the CSO Siren, I'm Neville Insane, and this is Zombie Nation, where I get to beat the living hell out of zombies. But beyond that point, we're also talking about the Vampire Diaries as well. I watched Season 1, well, the first 10 episodes, but I'm not talking about that first. I'll be talking about The Walking Dead, where finally Michonne meets Rick and the gang at the prison. They help her out. Maybe they weren't really going to do it, but Carl does. He's like, should we help her? And he just starts shooting the zombies, which she fell over because she was shot in the side of the leg, and she's kind of like phasing out. She was taking down a few of the zombies. He put her in the prison, asked her what she's doing here and all this other stuff, and she's like, I didn't ask for your help. And Rick's like, doesn't matter. So then she ends up telling him that Glenn and Maggie were captured and this and that, and they need to go find the governor. And she talked about how to get in there. So Rick and the gang, they leave, and the governor's boys, Merle, beats the living hell out of Glenn to try to get information of where the group's hiding at. But guess what? Glenn wouldn't tell him nothing. He would not. He spit in his face. Pretty much wouldn't say a word, but Maggie revealed it. So, only thanks to the governor pointing a gun to her head, but Glenn probably wouldn't have told him anything. He just said that they were going to come, Rick was going to come after him. And yes, Rick is coming after him. He's coming after the governor and them trying to get Maggie and Glenn back. So, that's going to be pretty awesome. And the mid-season finale. And there's a couple other things that go on during the episode. Not a bad episode. It's just kind of leading up to the next episode, which is going to be really good, I'm hoping. Normally is. So I haven't really watched a bad episode yet of The Walking Dead. There's been one or two slow ones in the last season. I was like, oh, it was okay. But get the point here, people. Now watch the Vampire Diaries, which is about two vampire brothers and some girl, Ellie, or what her name is. And yeah, it's just like the other brother, Stefan, he goes to school. He decides to go to school, but he's like over 100 years old. She doesn't find out. She starts to end up dating him, but she don't find out he was a vampire till like I think either episode 4 or 5, and I kind of felt like that was a little bit too soon, but she figured it out. I was like, oh man, and one of the girls is a witch, and of course there's other vampires later on, you'll get to see them. But the story's pretty good. They kind of leave you at a cliffhanger on each episode, and some of it's kind of freaky stuff, but it's pretty good. It's not nowhere near as violent as maybe what they call Spartacus. Now that is a violent show, but this is still pretty violent. There's a lot of vampire killing, a lot of human, mostly human, but it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's so much stuff, it's so much damn drama. But I do like the show. I bought the first season. It was $13, normally 30, so I bought it on Black Friday, so I decided I'll check it out. They didn't have the season of the shows that I wanted on sale, so I had to get something. I was like, I went out for Black Friday, I stood in line for an hour. It's like, you know what, fuck it, I'll go buy something I might not even want. But I ended up liking it. So, if you've seen the Vampire Diaries, then you can let me know if you like it or not. One reason why I would get it is that one girl was from Degrassi, and I really liked her. And yes, I watched Degrassi, I used to, I don't watch it anymore. I'm sorry about that, people. Anyways, I'm the Sandsoul Siren. I'm Neville Insane. Neville Insane.